please don't go away. I've been lifting weight bags, please don't throw away all the things that we all had. I'ma die one day, and you probably won't be sad.
Welcome to the 2018-2019 NBA preview. We are finally covering the San Antonio Spurs. If you guys remember my Blazers video, I said my two favorite teams, Spurs, Blazers. There's going to be no bias in this video. I feel if I could rub my hands together, I would. I'll try. It's the best I got. But a lot of the people I know that I talk to that are also Spurs fans are super biased when it comes to the Spurs. They think every player is going to be the next superstar, Lonnie Walker especially. And I love Lonnie Walker, but saying he's the rookie of the year, even though if I said that in one of my videos, I didn't necessarily say he was going to be, but I said that'd be cool if he was. Last year was the Kawhi drama. This year, hopefully, you know, DeMar DeRozan shows out. Crazy Spurs fans I know, super crazy Spurs fans I know, saying DeMar DeRozan has a chip on his shoulder. I get it. That's understandable, right? He has a chip on his shoulder. I get it. He's also going to win MVP. Top 3 MVP candidates for this upcoming season. Crazy Spurs fans I know. I'm not saying this. I'm just saying what my friends are saying. And let me know in the comments how you feel about DeMar DeRozan. Top 3 MVP candidates. What? I love the Spurs, but I'm also super realistic about their expectations. The Spurs lost Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green to the Raptors via trade. Tony Parker as well to the Hornets. Ginobili retired. Oh my goodness, the big three's gone. Cal Anderson to the Memphis Grizzlies. I feel like he's a perfect fit for what the Memphis Grizzlies do. And more importantly, they lost BP3. I remember in the summer, the Spurs fans here wanted Chris Paul, but instead we got Brandon Paul, and he was wearing number 3, so we called him BP3, like CP3. You know, B's above C, so it was good times, good times. You had to be there. They drafted Lonnie Walker and Metu. I just went through a whole rant in my last video talking about European players, or just weird names in general, not even European players. But yeah, 49th pick, signed him to like a 3-year deal. I like it. I like the rookies we drafted this. If I say we a lot in this video, Spurs fan, you know, I'm a biased Spurs fan. The Spurs are always number 1. Not really. They're not always number 1, and I'm not biased. I remember like back when my NBA preview videos were popping a few years ago, I always got the comments because the Spurs were good around that time. Because I had them always like top 5, I think. And always in the comments, you have the Spurs above LeBron James. Oh my goodness, unsubscribe, dislike, oh my god. Yeah, I miss those comments, man. You guys are really good now for the most part. Maybe because I don't really look at comments anymore. Comments make me sad, so I don't look at them. But they also got via trade with the Raptors DeRozan, Bellinelli. Not Bellinelli was not part of the trade, but I'm just listing players they also got as well through free agency. Quincy Pondexter, Dante Cunningham, Jakob Poeltl. The Spurs changed a lot, surprisingly. Like, this is the most change they've had on their roster in quite some time. So, projected starting lineup looks like Gasol, Aldridge, Rudy Gay, DeRozan, and Murray. While their bench guys are Jakob Poeltl, Davis Bertans, Bellinelli. I have Ginobili on this. I have Ginobili on the rotation. Oh, he's retired. He's gone. And yeah, I'm too lazy to fix it. So instead, you could put a guy like Quincy Pondexter on there, or Derek White, or Brent Forbes. You know, you can run wild with your imagination there. And Patty Mills, of course. Over under 47 wins. Of last year, they were able to do it without a superstar, an all-star in DeMar DeRozan, without Kawhi Leonard. I feel like this year, for sure over 47 wins. And I feel like they're going to surprise a lot of people. I remember before the season even started, like the whole Kawhi Leonard trade rumblings. I think the day when that happened, I felt like, oh, is the Spurs team gonna make the playoffs? And my friends always think I'm crazy for always like being down on the Spurs, but they're like super high, because when that trade happened, they're saying top three in the Western Conference. And I'm like, bro, what? I don't understand. But as I saw the roster become more complete, I was like, all right, now they've moved up from an 8 seed to like a 5th to 6th seed. For sure top 5. I have them 5 in this video, and in this video I have a crazy Spurs fan who says he's a Spurs fan. He's not really a Spurs fan, to defend the San Antonio Spurs, his team, even though he's not a Spurs fan. I don't know why he calls himself a Spurs fan, but he's gonna agree or disagree with my opinions on the Spurs ranking.
What's going on? Okay, Khalid, and these rankings, I agree. I don't think this team is going to be enough to really compete for much of anything. I mean, I still think they'll be slightly better than they were last year, just because now you have DeRozan. Not saying that he's even mildly worth replacing Kawhi, but I mean, you didn't have Kawhi really last season either, so now you have a healthy player. Like DeRozan is no slouch, not bad at all, but I don't see this team really competing for anything. Like I said, there's still so many positions, or not so many positions, but there's still so many things that need to be fixed. And despite how much of a wizard Pop is, I don't think like the personnel that we have, or that the Spurs have, is going to be much use. There's nothing really you have on this team that screams I would even say playoff bound. But his ranking, I mean, he put the Lakers above them. Having them at the 8th spot is I think that's right where they are.
Thank you for watching the video. This is a fun time covering the Spurs. Super Spurs fan bias here, not really, but leave a like on it, share it around, subscribe, click on these other videos on screen, check out the playlist for the NBA preview. The series is almost coming to an end, just like Manu Ginobili's career. Oh, please just share this video.